Hello everyone, this is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and we are going to continue to plant for fall. So I have a couple of things that I want to do. So let's talk about dual uses of crops, because nobody really discusses that. Not a lot anyway. There are crops out there like turnips, beets, broccoli, where you can eat, and it might be Brussels sprouts, I have to check that out. But you can eat the leaves of these crops. It's not just for the root. I don't even like turnips. I only like the leaves. So I have Detroit red beets here. And some people may say, well, Jamerica, why are you planting beets in single cell? Why don't you just throw them out there? First of all, it's really hot out there. Really hot. It's not 85. It's more like 100, 101, 105 right now. We're in August. I'm starting my stuff early. First of all, because I eat the leaves of these crops. And if I put them out too soon, not necessarily this one, because I think this one did well or survived. I should read, or stayed alive, which is what survival means. During the heat of the summer. However, I don't want them to be, I want both. I'm pouring all of them out because I may pour them back all of them back in. Bad English, girl. I want the leaves and I want the root and I want it to be sweet. So beet seeds are huge. And if you don't know, it's not just one seed. So when you see a cluster like this one, more than likely it's multiple seeds. So know that when you're planting beets. So just plant one because you might get more than one. So I'm doing 2 rows of beets. So I'm taking my skewer and make a little hole. I've already wet this soil. I will put some more water on it after I get these beets in. And this is seeding, this is garden mix, or it's not seedling mix, it's garden mix. I still see sticks in it though, so I guess it doesn't matter what you buy, you're gonna find some sticks. All right, I got my canning jar here, and I'm gonna put 1 seed per pod. And these are going down about 1/4 of an inch. And if they don't go down 1/4 of an inch, I'm going to stick them down 1/4 of an inch. This seedling tray is deep. See that? I made sure I purchased one that was deep enough for what I wanted to do, which is plant almost anything in it. That's another thing. You want to make sure that your seedlings are covered enough, depending on the seed that you buy. And this is a big cluster of seeds, so this needs to go down about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to make sure that all of them are about that far down. And then I'm just going to take my skewer and I'm going to cover it back up. So I got my grease pencil here, which I always use because I like to reuse my tags. So these are beets. That's all I'm right, because I only have Detroit red. No, I don't. I have more than that. I have white beets too. We'll put that there. And look, this said oregano last time. I tried to get it off, but some baked it in. But I'm gonna put beets bold on top of that. So just like that, we got 2 rows done. The next thing is going to be Chinese broccoli. I like broccoli, but I don't love broccoli. And I've been having problems getting broccoli to do what it do. And this one is small. These are small. Small enough for me to want to put them on a plate. And dogs are outside talking about, I'm melting. They can stay out here till I'm done. So you see I didn't put a whole bunch in here. That's why I pour it on the plate. I just put enough on here for me to get 2 per pod. If I need to get more, I'll go ahead and get more of these broccoli seeds. And this is why I brought the glass over here. For this type of seed, because it's not super small, but it's small enough for me to pick it up with a skewer, that's what I do. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna rub it on. And this one I'm gonna try to put down a little bit. Right? Go in my water, take another skewer, put another one in there. I'm putting 2 per pod. Now these seeds are actually one of, and I'm just lightly covering it with soil, just enough for it to get contact. I'm not leaving this one directly on top of the soil because these seeds are a little bit bigger. They're still small enough for me to pick up with a skewer though. Why is she doing it like that? You do you, boo. Do it your way. Or if you got a system, hey, you go right ahead. This is how I make sure that I cover up the seed and I make sure that I don't overseed, because I was wasting a lot of seeds. And I have the time, so I might as well do it this way. I have the time. It doesn't take much. You're going to see that we ain't going to be here long. I've been picking up 2 seeds at a time. That's why it's taking me short of time, okay? 2 seeds at a time. See that? Right on the very, very bottom, tippy top. See that? It's 2 seeds at a time. Everybody use a skewer. The water helps it stick to the seed, to the skewer. And I just wipe them off and cover them up with soil. And we are done. I got 3 seeds left. 3 seeds left. Do I have them all? Here they go. And put them back in here. Y'all think 3 seeds, just plant them. No, these are 3 plants. That I don't want 3 plants. That's 18 plants right there. I'm an optimist. When I plant, I expect them to grow. I've learned. We got our Chinese broccoli and our beets planted. Moving on to our Brussels sprouts. Get your breathy butt, excuse my language. Get your breathy butt out of here. Bye, Cyrus. Goodbye before you go back out there and sweat your butt off. Picking on them geese. He did it on purpose, so I let him in. So these are Brussels sprouts, y'all. Long Island improved Brussels sprouts. Put it right here where I can see it. All right, let's get this show on the road, baby. You hear him growling? Get out of here, you miserable so-and-so. Oh, it's her. Who are you? You the bum. You the one who, you a pest. You a no-name dog. Get away from me. I don't like you like that. Schmoozing up to me. I'm still gonna sell you. Or give you away. Or whatever I have to do to make you disappear. She's schmoozing up to me. Yeah, here she is. Schmoozing up to me. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, girl. The predicaments I get myself into. I don't know about y'all. We went out there to the farm, or to the land, or to the homestead, and we put a huge roll of hay out there for them goats. I fed them some bad feed and I lost 2 of them. If you see some feed on sale, you bet to ask yourself why. As a matter of fact, if it's on sale, I don't care where it is, and they say, oh, there's nothing wrong with it, we're not carrying it anymore, you could buy it. Open that joker up in the store and see if there's any mold in there. And don't think you can sift it out. I made that mistake. Got my goats sick. Nope, don't do it. Learn from my mistake. Every time I lose something, I count how much money it cost me. I said, this loss cost me this much. Brussels sprouts. Next one is rutabagas. I have never had a rutabaga. Not once. So I'm going to plant them. Navone yellow. Rutabagas. Ooh, I know I poured out too much seed. All right. Let's do it. I hope I like them because I'm going to be ticked off. This is valuable space right here that I'm using. Number 2. I might put some lettuce out here. We'll look through the pack and see if there's any other things that I want to get in. Before well, I got another row left, that's why I'm saying that. I always used to watch these other people would do these little cells, and I'm like, one of these little trays, like, that is not enough for the garden. It is. It is enough. It's not enough for a farm. For a family, one of these trays will feed almost everybody in your house. Because, especially brassicas. Brassicas are leafy crops. You're just going to harvest the leaves. Or you're going to harvest a little Brussels sprout off and keep it going. You're going to pull up the whole plant. I don't know if I planted in that one before already. So I'm down to this one right here. Move these out of the way. Stir it up a little bit. Just disturb the soil so they get buried. You may ask yourself, how do people develop patience? It is practiced. I remember when I was a little kid, I could not, like Christmas time, oh my gosh. I couldn't wait. And now, I don't care. Mostly because I know it's going to cost me money. I do try to treat myself though during the holidays. I try to do something that, like, I put something off that I really, really want, and then I buy it for myself because I like it. Some of the stuff I buy, it ain't cheap. Nope. So we got one more row. Let me pick something else. So we got rutabagas, Brussels sprouts, beets, Chinese broccoli. So I got purple bok choy. We already planted the bok choy. I'm gonna put this over here too. We got purple bok choy, white stem bok choy, winter bok choy, broccoli, cabbage, TT. Carrots are going directly in the ground. I don't really like kale. Tatsoi. These are pretty. Tatsoi mustards. We didn't plant this. I ain't got no more labels. And I made sure that I didn't mess these seeds up. They're pretty. Tatsoi is pretty. It tastes good too. I get confused sometimes. It's bigger than the bok choy, which is pretty big now. I start harvesting them, the ones that are in the house. But tatsoi is not. Don't skip the tatsoi mustards. Don't do it. I got 300 seeds. Okay. Well, I had 300 seeds. I've had this for a while. Okay, so tatsoi. Here's my plate. And here is my line. No more. I don't have any more markers. I'm gonna have to get some more. Might have some in there. There's one. Just rub it off. Make sure I get it rubbed off. Is it there? It's on the drip. That's when you know the seed is small. Like, I'm holding on by the hair, by chinny chin chin. I got some logs in here. I get so annoying. And if by log, I consider these. Anything that could block my seed, I consider it a log. And there's a lot of them in here. Okay. So I was in cell 2. Move it around. Separate, y'all. This is 3. I planted 18 seeds and I have 4 left, so I'm gonna just drop the rest, the 4 left, last 4 in one of these pods, or a couple of these pods. That's 1 seed right there. That's 2. And that's 3. And here's number 4. I hope. All right, let me go and get a tag and we'll move on. I heard people talking about this for a while and I was like, that's why I gotta buy it. And then I looked, I had bought some already. I think I have 2 packs. Just, this is Mitchie Healy. Tuscan Lacinato Kale. No, I don't have it. That needs to go in the back anyway because that's not planted anymore. So let's go and check on what we did. We got beets, Chinese broccoli, Brussels sprouts, rutabaga, and tatsoi, all planted. Take our little sprayer and spray it down. Give it a good drink. And you'll see stuff that you didn't see before. Like seeds popping that didn't get buried. Another reason why, the bigger the seed, the more you want to bury it, because they will flop over on you until their roots catch. So if it's a small seed, well, the seedling that comes up is going to be smaller. So it's going to give the roots a time to attach to the soil. But if it's a big seed, most likely it's not going to have time to do what it needs to do. So make sure you bury them a little bit. The bigger the seed, the more you plant it. The deeper you plant it. In most cases, there might be 1 seed out there that I don't know about that needs to be brought on top of the soil. I have seen coconut trees, seed just right on the ground and that coconut sprout right there on top. But there aren't many like that. This is Jamaica. I'm gonna give y'all a look-see-poo at the ones that we've already planted at the end, and as the, I don't know what they call it at the end of a movie. But this is what we planted today. I thank all of you for being with me. Go ahead and try to get your stuff planted, especially if you're in zone 9, 10, 11, down here in the deep south. Because even though it's 104 degrees here in August, these plants are going to take a while, a month or 2, to get to where you need to get them in order to get them out there before winter. It doesn't get cold here most of the time until sometimes October. So know that when you're planting your stuff. For you people up north, I can't speak for you because I'm in zone 8-ish, 9. I'm in zone 9A, 8B cusp. So 8 and 9, I could try to, not necessarily definitely. 8 and 9-ish, but we need to get our stuff in. We got a long fall, y'all, down south. Spring is just like that. Summer lasts for a long time, and then we have fall. So that's when I try to get a lot of the stuff in, especially the stuff that didn't make it in the spring. I try to replant it. Example, the vine borer eats up the squash. So just go ahead and replant it because we had time down here in the deep south. Up north, y'all have very little time left. I'm a New Yorker, so I know that by September, we were putting on jackets. I remember wearing a jacket or a sweater in September, and by October, it's cold. That's how I lived up there. I don't live like that no more. So I thank you guys for being with me, and I will see you again. This is Jamerica. I am in Central Texas, and I am planting my brassicas, among other things, for fall. Thank you guys. Let's take a look at that other stuff. Let's take a look-see-poo. Stuff is coming up. We got a Romanesco, our Sapporo Giant. I see them finally starting to come up. Our Hilton Cabbage, I see a couple of them trying to come up. Amazing, they're there, but you can barely see them, but there it is. That's amazing right there, that purple one. See that? And then our Southern Giant mustards and our red mustards have all sprouted. The indoor garden, y'all. This is our lettuce. They're never going outside. If I put them out there, they'll go straight to seed. So that's our red lettuce, right? Here's our bok choy. It's our indoor garden. Never going outside. Now, I may put these out there. These are Ford Hook, right? And I found out what those other plants were. These are tomatoes, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. I got a million tomatoes. And then this one is a mixed bunch of lettuce. I don't know what this is, but this is definitely either a cucumber or something else. Oh, I might have planted some more pumpkin. Them pumpkins did good. So that's our indoor garden. And our first fall tray. Now we're outside. Plants everywhere. I gotta get these away from my window because they're bringing in bugs. I gotta fix this. And they look like this every time. This is a mustard. Is it a mustard? I forget what it is. Anyway, this is the tray that we replanted. Our lima beans have come up. This one did not come up. Malabar spinach didn't come up. Roma tomatoes came up. What are you? Jicama? Jicama, I think jicama is finally starting to sprout down there unless it's something else. That one don't count. Cushaw. Here go our cushaw. Yellow squash. Yellow squash didn't do well, y'all. What is this? Persian cucumbers. Remember them cucumbers? Here go the regular cucumber. Green zucchini, nothing. Not a thing. I'm going to do it again. And then I got the tombroni. I'm going to put these out. These are squash also. In the house, I thank you guys. I hope you plant for... I hope you have some peace and you plant for, for fall. Bye, y'all, from Texas. Bye.